So the phone that you use on a daily basis, or those sweat-proof earphones you recently got to work out in, do you really think they are what they claim to be? Most of us, including me, we tend to believe whatever the manufacturer says about the product. But in reality, waterproof phones and other electronics are a bit of a myth, as you'll see in this video. In 1976, the International Electrotechnical Commission, or EIC, came up with the IP rating. IP rating is a set of tests to measure the level of protection the device can offer against ingress of water, dust and other substances. IP stands for ingress protection or sometimes international protection. So basically a device's IP rating tells you how resilient something is to ingress of water and other substances. Because just knowing if it is water resistant or not is kind of a slippery slope. We need to know exactly what conditions they are resistant in, because not all waterproofing is the same. If we break down IP rating, the first number tells us about the protection against solid particles, and sometimes it is an X, which means that the test wasn't performed or isn't relevant to the device. IP 0 to 4 are not really relevant when it comes to phones and other small electronics. As you can see from this chart here, the 0 to 4 are more of an indication of how careful the person working around a piece of equipment should be. For instance, IP 1 and 2 would mean that there is still enough gap for someone's hand or finger to slip in and for them to get hurt in the process. IP 3 and IP 4 would be warning against smaller objects, like maybe a screwdriver or a piece of wire falling in can cause the device to malfunction. IP 5 is where the dust rating starts. IP 5 rating means that it is dust protected. That means dust can still get in, but it is built in such a way that it will not interfere with the functioning of the device. And then IP 6. IP 6 means that the device is completely dust proof or dust tight. Now the next character tells us about the protection against water seeping in. Similar to the solid particles test, the rating ranges from IPX0 to IPX8 and IPX9K. Here again, IPXX would mean that there is no data available of the test performed, and IPX0 means that the test was done and there is no protection against water ingress. IPX1 and 2 means that it is protected from water when water is dripping from above and when the device is kept at a slight angle of 15 degrees. IPX3 means it is safe from sprays of water coming in at an angle of up to 60 degrees. IPX4 and 5 and 6 are about splashes of water, water jets and more powerful water jets. Here, depending on the product and the rating procedure they underwent, you might see a 6K, which just means that it was subjected to higher pressure water jets. Then there is IPX7 and X8. Between these two, there are very subtle differences. IPX7 test immerses the product under 1 meter for 30 minutes and IPX8 is just anything above that. It can even be like 1.1 meter instead of 1 and 31 minutes instead of 30. And the last one in the list is IPX9K, which is a rating given when products are tested under powerful high temperature water. One thing to note here is that a device compliant with IPX7 is not necessarily compliant with IPX5 or X6. A device that meets both tests is indicated like this. And just to clarify some stuff here, if a device doesn't have an IP rating, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is not waterproof. Case in point, GoPro devices. Now there is still a small caveat. Just because your phone came with an IPX5, X7 rating, that doesn't mean that it is as waterproof as you think. This has to do with the various methods manufacturers use to achieve this rating or waterproofing. So to make something waterproof, the obvious first step is to block all the holes, and for that they use things like glues and gaskets. If you watch one of Jerry Rig Everything's video, you can see that there is a gasket going around the edge of the screen, and for the microphone and speaker holes they use water resistant mesh. And if you have noticed, even with IP ratings in place, manufacturers don't usually cover warranty for water damage. All of these gaskets and glue and everything, these things expand, contract, the glue can degrade, you may drop your phone and make a cut in one of the gaskets. The list is just endless. So when you have just bought the phone, yes, it is probably waterproof. But 1 week into it, the chances of it still remaining waterproof is very slim, unless you are a very careful user. And even then, over a few months, the natural degradation would kick in and render your phone not waterproof. On top of that, all these tests are done with normal water. So if the water your phone came in contact with is salt water or chlorinated water from the pool, the reactions are going to be very different. So while waterproofing and IP ratings are a good thing, maybe going swimming with your phone is not the best idea. This is Ajish and thank you for watching TechSeeU.